I salute them for all the panels. While I salute them for other Biafra. While I salute them for Fam Fam Fam. While I salute them for Watu Cry. While I salute them for Shuk Survival. While I salute them for 247. While I salute them for those where they watch them for us, for social media. Those where they watch them for us for compensation. Those where they watch them for us for 3. Those where they watch them for us for transformer. Those where they watch them for us for road. Those where they watch them for us for everywhere. While we salute all of you. But wait to small. Make I connect in my channel because it be like he said, the people waiting for inside the village, they know they hear my voice. Give me 1 minute.
What happened, Master Sonny?
Okay, we are back. Well, we greet them for everybody. Any Dambruba Obanka, we say Biafra no go come, thunder fire them for in papa, fire them for in mama, fire them for in family. Any Dambruba Obanka, we say Biafra, I know they come, thunder fire them for in generation, thunder fire them for in community, thunder fire them for everything where they call them for in name. Because the Biafra where we get are the Biafra for everybody. I salute everybody. Let me once again salute my co-panelists because today, now especially day for the history of Biafra freedom. I salute Ada Biafra honorably. I salute Chooks of Piper honorably. I salute Pam 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 honorably. I salute Batu Cry honorably. Batu Cry, you will never cry. Even as your name, I imply I cry, but you will never cry. 247, I salute you. Your name, I say 247. That means you are the 247 for one Nigeria Quanta, they destroy them every day, every time. I salute them for Biafran people. I salute them for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. I salute him for our eternal leader, Dim Odumeku Ojukwu. I salute him for the former president of Biafra, Philip Effiong. I salute him for our prime minister, Agone Chamber 1 of Biafra land, the idiot of Biafra land, the Ikwaki of our time, the Ekperimaristic Ekperima of our time, the stone that the builders rejected, which has become the chief cornerstone of Biafra, the man that everybody in the entire world and in the entire piece look at and listens when he cracks the nut. I salute him for everybody. Dambroba Obanga for anybody who say Biafra, I know go come. Dambroba Obanga for in generation. Dambroba Obanga for in community. Dambroba Ubanka for in family, Dambroba Ubanka for in tribe, Dambroba Ubanka for the entirety of one Nigeria, where they fight Biafra people, and Dambroba Ubanka for British colony, where concrete the company in the name of Niger Royal Company, where they sow the capital will be 200 million pounds, just to be able to keep the entire people of one Nigeria in jeopardy and in bondage. I'm Ubanga to all of you because the thing we una do for that time, we don't they cut them off this year. Biafra is here and Biafra has come to stay. I salute every Biafran. And before we go on today, let us use this honorable and unequivocal opportunity to salute all my ministers in the house who are looking very, very sweet and take away. And let me start by acknowledging the presence of the only Ada Biafra who has made her way in this very panelist of today, in the person of Ada Biafra Inyom Nyom, you have the mic.
Oh, my minister, wonderful guy. You have a lot of skills, you know. God bless you. First of all, my greetings go to our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. I pray for him that God will release him for us to see him again. We are missing him so much. I pray also that God will continue to strengthen our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Bless all his cabinet ministers, all the Umuadas, and all the media teams, especially the one in yellow t-shirt. I've forgotten his name. He is a very, very wonderful guy. Every day he is there, you know. And Pastor Van 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 is another wonderful guy. He is my guy. I love all of Biafrans all over the world. May God continue to bless all of us. Okay. Yeah, Chooks. Yeah, Chooks. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, Walai, Ada Biafra, I talk for short. Me, I think I'm saying you, I go talk for 5 minutes or 3 minutes or 4 minutes. But be that as it may, I congratulate you for not allowing Pam 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 to ring his bell on top of your head, because his bell is very, very close to him. So Pam Pam Pam, please, I monitor for the bell, 3 minutes, anybody I pass, I cut them for the bell. Thank you very much. Now I go to Choose Survival. Choose Survival, as far as your name implies, you are a survive. And I survive, I survive, I survive. So I get them for the microphone, I talk them for the BIAFRAN people.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you, Honorable Minister. Thank you so much. You are giving us another version today. Almost when we started, I thought we were just having a... I thought we are still inside. I didn't even know that we are live already. I was surprised to find out that we are live. So thank you so much for that vibe you are just bringing in. We are in a very tough time. And I welcome every Biafran that is on this program, more especially people that are watching from Biafra land. My special thanks go to every one of you, and my prayers go to you. If you are watching from Biafra land, special prayer, special thanks goes to you. And every other person that is watching from any part of the world, I appreciate you. And again, if you are still standing up to today, standing, not just standing anyhow, standing with the Biafra Republic of Israel, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the supreme command of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, if you are still there till this moment, appreciate yourself and give yourself an applause. It is not easy. Many people have fallen aside. And at this time that we are, if you have run this race to this time, there is nothing like catching break. Nothing like break. I want you to focus on the person that we are following. He knows the road. My special thanks goes to everybody on this very platform, the members of the media. They are all formidable. In the most difficult time, I know how many of us started together. Many fell on the roadside. Many could not be able to hold the pressure. Many, it wasn't even their will to walk away. But when the wave came, the storm came, every one of you were still standing. I appreciate every member of the panel here, and I say, may Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect you. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, my special thanks goes to him. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, my special thanks goes to you, and every member of the cabinet. I appreciate every one of you. Today, wherever you are watching us from, you have to know that we are now getting to the end of the road. We are on the tough side. And I used to remind people on my broadcast, always have it at the back of your mind. There's never a time Mazin Nnamdi Kanu promised us an easy ride. He never told us it's going to be easy. And in the time of our Prime Minister, Mazi Samadoko, he has never, ever told us that it's going to be an easy ride. He has always told us to tighten up our belt. Wherever you're watching us from, please check your belt. If it is loose, tighten it up. If your belt is loose, tighten it up. There is nothing like we stop and continue tomorrow. We have to sustain the success we have made so far. We must sustain it. And I know that every Biafran is ready. We're ready to go home, and we surely go home. Thank you, my beloved brother.
Well, I go talk and say thank you for pam. I know got am for bell for your head. I mean, I take them for the time. I no cut them for anything. So I go to Minister 247. As I talk am for your name, 247. I dey destroy them for one Nigeria 247. So I give them for you for the mic.
Ndewo Mazi Sonny. You know, I tell you before, say you just wake up, they fight for food. You don't dey here since they fight for this food, the way they fight. Biafrans don't they listen to us for almost 1 hour before I come here. Because we started this at about 7 o'clock Biafran time. So Biafrans, I go introduce myself again. So all the ones who don't happen before, we will leave and make we start again. So one love, Biafrans. I greet you all with love. And my honorable members in the house, one love actually. And I want to tell you that thing where they pursue us, where make us they run, it never stop they pursue us, and we must continue to run. I don't mean make you run away from Biafra. We running is fighting. We will continue to fight because the people where they fight us, they never stop fighting us. So we must continue until we win, because we are not looking forward losing. We are not fighting to lose. We are fighting to win. And all respect to every man, every woman who have contributed in any form. Whether you contribute by saying, Una, well done, right on, we are behind you. You are watching, sharing our programs. I salute you all. And I salute our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and all the rest people, all the other people that have worked, that have contributed from beginning to this point. They are still there. I want to say thank you all. And we move. Let us sit down and listen and enjoy ourselves, because so many things are happening. Those that are fighting us from inside our own house, they can no longer fight us from inside our own house. They are oku over, so they are running away. Ndewo no muchineke. Mazi ndewo.
Thank you. I go for Battle Cry TV. I get them for Mike.
Good evening, everybody. My greetings goes to every comrade on this studio and every Biafra watching us all over the world. I say from here, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, depending on where you're watching from. Again, we must give glory to Chukwu Kekabiama, who kept us on this struggle of Biafra liberation. I must thank the Prime Minister, the engine room behind this movement, under the leadership of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has been able to demonstrate who he is from the time he told our leader that 50 men are in him. He should go and look for another 50 men. That's what we are seeing today. And the result is yielding progressively, and we are at the verge of freedom, to be honest. Therefore, wherever you are today, and you see the masterful and the diligent work the Prime Minister is doing, you should be at peace, knowing that there is something our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, saw in him, and happens to say to us to go and listen to him, that is bringing a new dimension to this awareness. So I must say, Prime Minister, wherever you are, Jidokwa Kiji, Nihi, Oyasiya Jidekojo, Jidesige. I go to Mada, greet to Mada all over the world, wherever you are. I said, may you remain resolute at the way you've been going, and we all appreciate your effort. We greet Madam Aznoka and their cabinet as well. Thank you from here. This is Biafra Battlecry TV.
Thank you, thank you. Pam, pam, pam. Walai, the mic, I come to you now. Pam, 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 the indigenous people of Morons of Nigeria. Pam, all of them. Pam from the president, pam from the Senate president.
Who go ring bell for Bam 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 now? If you talk too much, who go ring the bell?
I go ring bell for myself. No problem.
Ishba police, I did. I ring bell for you. If I do, I'm anyhow, I ring bell for you. So, pam, the Senate president, pam, the Nigerian president, the Baron drug leader, pam, everything, pamable. Take 'em go.
Thank you, thank you, my indefatigable Minister of Information. Your sense of humor is second to none, and I appreciate you. Thank you, my fellow comrades in the house. And I want you to know that my information minister is actually telling the zoo that Biafra will mock them. Everything about zoo, we will mock you. In no distant time, we're going to make a total and a complete caricature of that zoological republic of animal kingdom. We've had enough. We've had enough of darkness. We've had enough of retrogression. We've had enough of embarrassment, enough of bloodbathing, enough of killings. They have made us to be strong, resolute, mentally tough, and we are formidable, dogged, ready to hit them on all cylinders. And we have a prime minister that is so solid. They went in within our ranks, corrupted our men, corrupted some men on the front line, and they thought it would deter us. But here we are, formidable, gallantly moving on, stopping every demon on our way and causing the walls of Jericho to fall down flat. And I'm telling you, just look for the zoo in a few days from now, and you will see them no more. These are the crop of Biafrans, those that have come to restore the kingdom of heaven upon the face of the earth. When this media team began to do the work of restoration, you thought we were joking, but look how formidable we are, look how far we have gone, and we are still going there. We will not stop, like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you, you bunch of morons. He told you we'll cross the Rubicon and that we will not look back. Since we started, have we looked back? Since our prime minister started, did he look back? We are the only ones standing on our ground and standing firm. And if you join those Efulefus, look at them now, see how they have become a mess. They have become a shadow of themselves. When we told them, stop this nonsense, get on this boat, let's get Biafra together. They thought it was a play. They thought it was a joke. They thought it was Nzama, because all they know is Nzama, Akazo, today, and our prime minister, as holy and as whiter than white as he is, he keeps extending the olive branch and saying, come, come. And they keep failing. Today, he said, I had a very soon. I don't want to talk too much before I beat my time limit, but I want you guys to know, Biafrans, that we are on it and we're going to get to Biafra. Believe me, our prime minister is equal to the task. Biafra Republic government in exile is equal to the task, and we'll get the job done. Biafra Republic government in exile. Biafra Republic government. Peace, unity,
progress and equity. They won't know. Thank you, my honorable minister, and to everyone in the house. Now that my voice has changed to the normal Biafran voice, we are into business. I salute you all. And my super loyalty goes to, who is there? Nnameka Chinonso. Okay, Nnameka Chinonso, grab the mic and give a shout out to Biafrans before we continue. Nnameka, are you there?
Yes, so my minister, I greet all of you. Pastor Van Van, I extended my greeting to all of you. You guys are really trying. 247 battle cry. I dey see una hand, I dey see una walk. May God continue to bless you guys. May God continue to inspire you guys. You guys are really doing great. I want to tell all Biafrans that we are heading to our freedom. Our freedom is already here. For me, the way I think, the way I see, Biafra is here already. Since the form of Biafran Republic government in exile, I'm telling you the truth, that is the Biafra, I know. And the Biafra will come to a reality within a short time, as we believe and as we continue to fight. Let no one slumber, because our freedom is here. Our leaders say that now this restoration of Biafra, even including himself, they never bomb the person that will stop our freedom. Our freedom is at our hand. May God bless you guys. Amen.
Thank you, Wachineke. Thank you so much for making it brief. Our loyalty remains to our indomitable leader, the indigenous people of Biafra, the Omadike one of Biafra land, the man that have sacrificed everything to make sure that Biafrans are liberated and Biafrans are reunited together again after the propaganda leaflets and the disunity that were created by Britain and the enablers in one Nigeria, and most especially in Biafra land. We salute all of you. We salute all of you, Biafran people. We salute our Biafrans back home who have made sure that our voices are well spoken and the Zoo terrorists understand what it means to be a Biafran. We thank you for making the work easy for Biafran Liberation Army. We thank you for making the pace easy and very workable for Biafran freedom fighters, Biafran liberation fighters, Biafran resistance fighters, the Black Marine, the ESN, and all the armed forces of Biafra. We want to say a very big thank you to you, Biafran people, because when we have a government in exile, it takes a formidable government and people in the homeland to be able to make that government in exile to be a well-functionable one. That you people have done by being adherent to every instruction that comes from our Prime Minister, who speaks from the government in exile. He speaks for you, and then you carry out every enactment for us, and that makes the work easy. The armed forces of Biafra land are so happy for you for being so law-abiding, and wherever you see them, they are not your enemies. They are your friends. They are here to protect and to safeguard you and to take care of you. So, you need not be afraid. You need not to run when you see them. Mazugo, please bring this video to the screen, which I projected. Let the video play.
Look at people's mind. Very weak disposition. I need men and women made of steel. Nothing moves. You continue to push forward, never knowing what it means to retreat. Only forward can you go.
Can it go once again? Do I have to bring it back again before it can go?
Look at people's mind. Very weak disposition. I need men and women made of steel. Nothing moves. You continue to push forward, never knowing what it means to retreat. Only forward can you go.
That has been the consistency of the men of steel and of value. The men that Chukwukike ordained to this very time, the men that MNK spoke about when he was asked of the 100 men that he needed. He said, men that will do anything to make sure Biafra comes, men that will sacrifice anything within their power, men that will not put jealousy, men that will not put their personal interests, men that will not put money, men that will not put self-pride, men that will not put ego before them, but all they will put is the interest of Biafra first. We've been able to go this far and to achieve this much because of the discipline that we had, and those that were not ready to bow to the discipline that we had since MNK was kidnapped were able to do what? To do things on their own. But today, our hands are wide open again, and we are calling on everyone that have something to put on the table to come on. Come and join this Biafra before it becomes another reality in your very eye. Because what Nigeria has shown you the hegemonic tendencies, the refusal of you being inclusive in anything that has to do with one Nigeria, but you're still so myopic, waiting to see when they will now do magic from abroad, and Obi will now come and remove Tinubu from power and then become president overnight. Those kind of magic does not happen in these generations anymore. Even if it happened in the time of Jesus Christ, it will not happen again in the time of Simon Ekpa. Understand it very clear. This time that we are in, it is time that is called fire for fire, blood by blood, and everything goes for it the way you see it. So we want to appreciate all Biafrans who have obeyed and observed the sit at home and the curfew that is ongoing. Today marks the end of the second week, and we still have 1 week to go. Our mandate is to make sure all the zoo terrorists and their governmental sectors, the secretariat, the local government headquarters and secretariat, the barracks, the police headquarters and formations, the civil defense, the roadblocks, and every checkpoint are dualized in Biafra land. When we mean dismember them, we mean destroy them. The sole aim of Biafra, the sole aim of IPOB under Martin Nnamdi Kanu was to destroy one Nigeria so that they will not destroy our lives. So by the time we are all able to destroy them, that is when our women and children will be alive. And if we don't destroy them, there is no how our women and children will be alive. They will continue to use the divide and rule tactics to be destroying us. We want to say a big thank you to the citizens of Martin Nnamdi Kanu and our PM, who have stood their grounds to make sure we don't carry our women and children in body bags day in, day out to bury. It is to this end that he was kidnapped. It is to this end that they are placing bounties on the head of our PM. It is to this end that they want all of you that you are on the screen now, all of you, your faces are all over the media as syndicate of people that are fighting for Biafra and speaking for Biafra. It is to this end that you cannot travel to anywhere, because if you go anywhere, they will kidnap you. They will repatriate you to one Nigeria because you are speaking for freedom. Biafran people and many people in the entirety of one Nigeria cannot speak for themselves. So allow us to speak for you. That is what Chukwukike had ordained us to do. And we will continue to speak while the division of labor in other areas of diplomacy, politics, and armed struggle will be taken care of simultaneously. Everybody get where you go to work, the dispatching duty. Those people that have to take care of they have to do it, because the enemies of Biafra land must be taken care of. What Rolling of Ghana did, what Mohammed Andy did, and what this man in America did, we are picking some things inside of it, and we must implement it when it comes to freedom. But there is one strategy that we put that is different. Not going to the conventional war. We are using the strategy. So we salute all Biafrans, and we thank you for giving all your support to Biafran Republic government in exile and for standing by our PM and making sure we carry go. First and foremost, we want to create more emphasis on the awareness of you staying 1 kilometer. If you can exercise 2 kilometers away from every checkpoint, every barrack, every secretariat, everything that has to do with one Nigeria in uniform and in ammunition or governmental sectors, you have to stay 1 kilometer away If you can exercise 2 kilometers, do it. That is the first thing we want to talk about. We just want you to understand the implications of what we are saying, the importance of you doing it, and why you must do it, and how we are going to engage the terrorists. They have killed too many people. Our women and children were massacred and raped. Some of us, they tied our hands to the back. They poured acid on our women and children and men. They dumped their bodies in the bushes. Why? Because we speak the truth for freedom. This is why we are fighting today, so that we don't continue to lament, we don't continue to agitate, we don't continue to write petitions, we don't continue to do what? To protest. We are in liberation. So, bam, bam, bam. This one why I won't call you. You can't call Holy Mary now. Okay. As they call Holy Mary, wait, make I call Chuk Survivor. When you finish with Holy Mary, you let us know. Chuk Survivor, I beg, carry the mic. Let BIAFRANS understand the importance of us saying, stay 1 kilometer away from the checkpoint. Stay 1 kilometer, or if you can, 2 kilometers away from anything governmental sectors and Secretariat of One Nigeria, the barracks, the police station, the civil defense unit, anything that answers the name One Nigeria, where you know that they are exercising the duties of NIG in Biafra land, because we are dismembering them. We are delegitimizing them. So crave their indulgence. Let them understand. Split the thing. Use knife. Do as if you chop onions into pieces when you want to use them fry akara. Scatter it, make you understand them well in a layman language.
Thank you so much, my minister. I appreciate you once again for giving me the opportunity to speak on that very issue. My fellow Biafrans that are watching far and wide, any place you are watching from, every one of us must have been waiting for this very time. This is a time that we have all waited for. For those of us who have been in the media for a very long time, there was a time when each time we come online, what you'll be seeing on the comment section is action. Action. You people are talking too much. You are talking action. Biafrans have been asking for this moment for a very long time. And finally, here are we. The only thing you can do for yourself as a Biafran today is to obey simple instruction. Obedience is better than sacrifice. You have been asking for action, the time has come. I can see one of the reasons why you see our Prime Minister, it seems as if he's been slow all this while. I have always said it on most of my programs that the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Nigeria is trying as much as possible to reduce the collateral damage to zero. It is not because we don't have the force to do what we are supposed to do. It is not because we don't have the capacity. But the fact is that we have already lost a lot of people and we don't want to lose any soul again. Not Biafrans, not Biafran friends. We want to make sure that every innocent human being in our territory is protected. As every one of you have seen, our Prime Minister has spoken a lot about the rule of engagement. We are not like the zoo. In the zoo, they don't have the rule of engagement. But I can bet you, right from the time Mazen Nandekan established the ESN to the era of our Prime Minister, our forces have been very, very disciplined. The discipline does not only limit them to the Biafrans, including our neighbors and visitors. They are all protected in our territory. That is why, before we make any move, proper precautions have been taken. When you hear Mazisam, it's in those days when we come online, every time, just go to your comment section, you will see. You people are talking too much. Action, action, action. You'll be hearing action. Do something. The time has come. We are now telling you to play your own role. Obey simple instruction. Every member of this media, the Biafra Republic of Exile, and our Prime Minister is making sure that the collateral damage is reduced to zero. But whereby you present yourself as a willing tool to blackmail, let me tell you, at this stage that we are, there is no amount of blackmail that is going to work. And the funniest thing is that Every blackmail they do against us turns to be for our own favor. So even if you give your life for blackmail against the struggle, it will turn around to become positive to us. The only thing you can do for yourself is to be very, very careful. Listen to instruction. 1 kilometer away from the places mentioned, the barracks, either police barrack or any of the Nigerian whatever barracks you see, stay 1 kilometer away, including the secretariats. That of checkpoint have been announced for a very long time. This information are being given to you because you do not know the time the angel of death is going to come. You don't know. Just like those of us who are Christians, when instruction was given to the children of Israel, kill the cow, take the blood, put a mark on your doorstep, that when the angel comes, it will pass you over. The children of Israel obeyed. Simple instruction. It looks simple. Some of them, we are not there then. But from what we read from the Bible, they obeyed. And the angel of death came. And every one of them that obeyed was spared. In like manner today, instructions are coming. Let me tell you, we have a very, no matter how hard we see our Prime Minister to be, he is somebody who does not just do a thing without informing the followers. He takes his time. That is why some people that fall away from this very struggle today, they fell out because they didn't have patience. If you don't have patience, you can't work with him. He is not somebody that you just give information and expect him to work with the information immediately. He has to use his own wisdom, knowledge. Look through it before he takes action. It is not because he's weak. Sometimes you might be giving the right information. It is not like he doesn't understand what you are saying, but he has to work with his own spirit to find out what the facts are. We are in a time where every single information is very important. And I tell people, anything our Prime Minister says when he's making a broadcast, even if he's joking, take it serious. In this time that we're in, anything you hear from the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, take it serious. And some of you who have been listening to his recent broadcast, nobody will tell you that his countenance have changed. Sometimes when I watch him speak, I'll be wondering if this is the man we saw before. I could remember when he was broadcasting, they would say, "Why are you always laughing?" That man doesn't laugh. They're asking, "Why are you not laughing? Why are you always laughing in your broadcast? You're laughing." That man, when he's broadcasting, he's not laughing. There is time for everything. Every single thing you ask for, when that time comes, it will be unveiled. The only way to stay safe at this moment that we are, if you are from that territory, the present south and the southeast with the lower Benue, once you find yourself in that territory and you are not obeying instruction, you are on your own. Whatever happens to you for your disobedience, your blood will be in your head. The promise we will give you as the media is that every information that our Prime Minister brings, we're going to bring it to you. And I trust my Prime Minister that before anything happens, he's going to send information and we will pass it across. You can only take the horse to the river, but you cannot force the horse to drink the water. And we know that there are people who have already signed up to volunteer themselves for sacrifice. In such cases, we can't help them. The only duty we have today is to remind you. For me, if you hear anything from our Prime Minister, from the platform or from this media, even when they are joking, take it serious. The time that we are in now is that time that you have been praying for. So many of you have been calling for this time. But the time has arrived, and some of you are not still ready. And some of you are still asleep. Just like we used to say that you will sleep in Nigeria and you wake up in Biafra. It is fast approaching. And some people are sleeping deep, even up till now. Every single instruction has been given. It is for your own security, to save you and to keep you alive. Nothing that is being said today that is meant to target you. more especially in this era that we're in, everything that is being done today is to delegitimize the Zoological Republic government. It is not targeted at any individual. Look at the curfew. The curfew is targeted at the government, not about individuals. When it comes to individuals, it is for your own security, to secure you and keep you safe. And if you fall victim of any collateral damage, it is your fault because you refuse to listen to simple instructions. Some of you, after shouting and shouting, you will still come and peep and look, oh, maybe people are going out. In the process of peeping, bullet does not know who is peeping. The granite does not know who wants to peek or who wants to say hello. If it touches you, when you get to heaven, you go and tell God what you are doing when it touches you. Fellow BIAFRANS that are watching, please obey simple instruction. That is what you have to, at this era, in the state that we are now, obedience is better than every sacrifice you think you can make. If you obey, you will be one of those that will raise the flag of Biafra. Thank you so much, my minister.
Thank you, Mwachineke. Our aim and objective is to make sure one Nigeria is destroyed. And our target remains anything that answers one Nigeria in Biafra land. That is where the 3 weeks at home has been channeled to make sure we dismember them, destroy them, cut their tail, cut their legs, cut their wings. If not feather, I will call them a cut. Then we reach the head, we cut the head off, cut the belly into 2. That is the step-by-step processes. Bam, bam, bam. I hope you're back from Holy Mary. Now, explain to Biafrans the importance of them. Staying 1 kilometer, if they can, 2 kilometers away from every checkpoint and anything barrack, anything police station, anything secretariat, anything government house, anything that has to do with one Nigerian inscription where they know that is where they practice the laws of one Nigeria. Okay, I think the House of Assembly, State House of Assembly is also inclusive. So let them understand the importance and the dangers that will loom around these places because we are delegitimizing the terrorists in one Nigeria that has come into Biafra land to inhabit. Thank you, Mwachineke.
Thank you, my minister. Thank you, Mazi Chuks, for that very elaborate delivery from you. Fellow Biafrans, I don't so much have much to say, but very, very important point you must know is that this time is not a joking time. It's not a time of gambling. We don't gamble with our lives anymore. It's a time of action and seriousness. Just like Chuks, my beloved brother, said, you have been looking for action. You have been waiting for action. Now the action have ensued. And there's one thing that our Prime Minister has done, and one thing that this government has been doing. We have been able to secure peace in the midst of this crisis. And then they say there is no peace in the land. Let me tell you, Biafra land is even more peaceful than any part of the zoo you can imagine. Despite the fact that they are coming in to kill, maim, and destroy, we have been able to secure the tranquility of the Biafran people. So why are they peaceful? And why is their lives intact? Because Biafrans have resolved to listen to the Biafra Republic government. People that become victims are people that refuse to listen. People that refuse to stay indoors when we say stay indoors. People that refuse to obey the curfew when there is curfew. People that go within 1 kilometer when we have given instruction that do not stay 1 kilometer close to epicenters. Please mute. Epicenters in this era are anywhere the zoo elements are found. Anywhere the zoo elements are found, those places are epicenters. What it means is that, how do you identify epicenters? Military barracks, police stations, checkpoints, roadblocks, whatever that identifies any zoo presence. They are epicenters. And Biafrans that understand this, they are safe and they are at peace. They are at peace because on the day when there is no sit at home and when there is no curfew, they go to market with peace of mind. There's no more Fulani herdsmen chasing them. There's no more criminals embarrassing them. That is why you see our Prime Minister comes with the slogan, peace. And then after the peace comes unity. If you are looking for unity, ask me, have you seen anywhere you have any united front like this Biafra Republic government media team and the movement so far? The unity is second to none. It is, we are so resolute, so resolved, so determined. We know what we want. We are going to get it. That's the unity. And Biafrans who understand it, both home and abroad, are actually enjoying the unity of Biafra. That's why when we call for fundraising, you see them respond. And we want it to intensify. Those of you that are still contemplating whether or not to key into this peace and unity, you can see the deliveries. You can see the woto we are giving to the zoo elements. The epicenters where the action should be taking place, it is happening, recklessly happening against our enemies. And then the progress is something you cannot deny. You can't deny the progress we are making so far, and that's why you must obey. You must obey to enjoy the progress. You must obey because this progress will not end until Biafra is delivered. That's the peace, unity, and progress. And then we come to equity. I am telling you, in this Biafra we seek to restore, equity will be our watchword. Nobody is greater than anyone. Biafrans, every Biafran life matters. Every Biafran life matters. So these things are systematic and they are organized. So we are not people that are confused. We're not people that don't know what we're doing. We are go-getters. I want to tell you, if you key into this chariot, one day we are getting you to El Dorado. We must get Biafra. And what if I put it So that is why everyone that keys into the government in exile and listens to our Prime Minister, they understand that, it is not promise and fail. This is not Nigeria politics. It's not this is divine. And the movement is moving smoothly and we'll get there. All you need to do is obey and follow instructions. And I tell you, Biafra is being delivered to you. However you want to see it, you will see it come to pass. It will come to pass. So all you need to do, don't join the gainsayers. Don't join the doubting Thomases. Believe in it. And I tell you, you will see the delivery in no distant time. Thank you very much, my information minister and my comrades.
Thank you, Mwachineke. 247, I'm coming to you. Why do you need to tell Biafrans that they should stay 1 kilometer or if possibly 2 kilometers away from barracks, checkpoints, government secretariat, starting from federal secretariat, local government secretariat, civil defense unit, police station, and even anything that answers any name? Nigeria, that is, if NIG follow for anything that they spell and inscribe on their building, why do we need to tell them to stay 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers away from those premises at this very time of Eid al-Adha? Why do you need and why do we need to educate them? Please explain to them very well.
Well, the only reason is to avoid the duakanono of another person to become your own. Eduakanono is going on. You hear our Prime Minister tell you that Nigeria has been delegitimized in our Biafran zone. Police, army, government, the Nigeria parastatals, and so on and so forth, all of them, they are now illegal government in another man's land, because we have our government that is only one, and that one is Biafra government in exile. Why you have to stay away? Mainly for your own life, for your own sake, because all these people know how to use human shield. Don't let them use you. Don't let them use you. Because when it will happen, you might be at the wrong place at the wrong time. If it is possible, anything at all, anywhere close, whether it is 10 kilometers or 1 million kilometers away, stay. To avoid had I known. To avoid taking your mother and your father to bury somebody earlier. We must avoid all these things. When you hear anything, it's not a joke. Nobody is doing or saying anything just because they want to talk. From waiting that happen now, you don't need anybody make it tell you say things no longer the same as they used to be before. Things no longer be business as it be before. No, things have changed. Anywhere you hear we talk, our PM talk, we tell you stay away. Stay away. Those of you where they use army do propaganda, police, it don't reach time where you go return the thing where you borrow from them. Stay away entirely. To me, I don't give you limit. Anything will connect them. Stay away. Business with the police, with the army, with custom, this one in Biafra land, stay away. You don't have anything to do with them again. Because enemy is an enemy. You will go there, and when it happen, now your head it go happen. They go escape. All of you say fee, all of you say fee go. Una go answer God. When you go answer God, you go tell God what you they do with them. Then you go tell God say you be Biafran. You have been paying your dues. Only say you want go today. Make you go greet your friend for checkpoint. Then it don't late for you. You don't leave so many people in sorrow, tears. We must stay away, because this is no. It's no longer a joke. Those where they hear, when are you going to do this? It has happened. Today again, I hear one news that they miss. They are missing in action. They are missing in action. The same way that they miss for north, they don't they miss for south. They don't they miss for east. They don't they miss for south, and the north, and the west, and the east. They are not missing. And I'm just laughing. They know the solution to their problem, and they don't want to attend to it. It's only a fool that knows where his problem is coming from, yet he don't want to give attention to it. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. You cannot keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there and continue. Listen, if you don't stay away from them, you will go away from them. It's just very simple. If you refuse to stay away from them, to stay away from their businesses, to stay away from going anything close to kilometer or meter kilo from them, you will go with them. That's why I will ask everybody to continue to follow our PM and Honorable Minister for Defense. Follow them on Twitter, so you go to get the update. When we tell you don't follow this person, you will understand why you should not follow them, why you should not go close to them. Why you don't need to do that particular business they are calling you to come and do? They will only use it for shield. So Biafrans, everything you hear from us is not blogging. We are not making it too sweet, or we are not making it to look interesting, but we are telling you the reality. Iduakanono officially is ongoing. It's not the other time you hear Iduakanono. You know, when our PM was saying Iduakanono gahibido, Iduakanono will soon start. People were thinking, this one self he too talk. They were saying you are fighting on social media. Is it Iduakanono already has commenced? Nigeria terrorist state in southeast, Nigeria terrorists in uniform in southeast in Biafra land has commissioned Iduakanono for us, and we are carrying it out. So I beg everybody, stay away. Anything police, secretariat, you see this curfew. If you are not following, don't mind. Listen, don't say the other person go secretariat and nothing happened. You want to go your own. The other one, you go police barak, no being with the police in the no, don't go. You never can tell what is happening when it will happen. You don't know where it is coming from. You will not see it. That you escaped yesterday does not mean you will escape today. Or you escape today, you think you will escape tomorrow. Be warned. Ndewo mazi.
Thank you so much. Ada Biafra, I want you to go with the scope of Ada of Biafra. I want you to talk to a mother in Biafra land who has a baby, who is pregnant, who a co-mother of a type was butchered to pieces, and the fetus of the baby was removed. The body was dissected into segments, and then they picked out all the sensitive organs in the body of the pregnant woman, and even that of the premature baby. They sold it out to Fulani terrorists, Alaji. Some other parts were sold to American officials for the price of $225,000 per organs. That is the price which our body organs worth in America to Americans. But our life does not worth that much to them. I want you to speak to a mother in Biafra land who remembers how a pregnant woman was burnt to ashes in Izombe inside a house. She struggled to come out of the house that was burning. She came out successfully. Then she remembered that our mother-in-law, who is aged, is inside the house. She rushed in to go and see how she can haulage her out of the house. She succeeded, but fire rained on her. So she was in hospital for weeks in excruciating pains. At the end of the day, she died and the baby inside the womb died. I want you to use this concept to speak to a Biafran mother in Biafra land. When we tell them, stay 1 kilometer or 2 away from secretariat or checkpoint or government houses or police station or army barracks or anywhere that you are called to send your children to go and hawk pure water or orange or mangoes or granite, so that they will understand the importance of staying away, allowing us to delegitimize the terrorist government in one Nigeria. Everything in one Nigeria, as far as they are found in Biafra land, are our enemies. And we need to start dismembering them from point A to Z. I want you to use this concept to educate a Biafran mother of how they will be able to speak to their children and let them understand something. Now, I want you to also remember the 14 children that were in Imo State. They gathered to do marriage. And then, Hopeless Odima opened fire on them and killed all of them. And after killing all of them, he came out courageously and then released a press statement stating that all the youth that were killed in that ceremony of over 14, that they were terrorists, that they were criminals. People that no harm were found in their possession. I want you to gather all this because recently we have given judgment to the Ebubeagu commander that carried out that terrorist act on those 14 youth. So I want you to speak with all this in mind and educate a mother in Biafra land of why they need to educate their children, their people, of staying away 1 kilometer or 2 away from anything that has to do with one Nigeria to make the work easy for the Biafran angels. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is my voice coming out? Because I can see that I am muted.
Very good. We can hear you. We can hear you.
We can hear you very well.
Okay, thank you so much. Please, before I continue, there's this guy called Batunde Kazim. He has been raining abuses here and saying that our leader is going to die must die in DSS. So you have to block him. We don't need people like that in our platform. His name is Kazim Batunde. He's been making a series of abusive comments. So the next one is Felix Joseph. He said that Pastor Van Van Vam should tell him how to register with autopilot in Germany. Thank you, my minister. Biafra government in exile, peace, unity, progress, and equity.
Equity.
You have given me these guidelines. Thank you so much. Before I continue, I will thank my colleagues here. They have said it all. You know, when people gather together, people with great minds, you know, they bring good ideas together during your deliberation. My people, as mothers, we have to really, really sit down with our families and speak with them nicely. You know, the vulture, they say, is the most patient bird. And last time when we came here, we talked about it, that we have to copy our enemies in being patient. I know that most of you will be thinking, oh, when is this Biafra going to come? We have to learn how to be patient. But alongside that patience, we have to also learn how to be careful. Stay away from any checkpoint, any military people, because there is stray bullets that can hit anybody that it is not aimed at. Secondly, any checkpoint you see, if you look very well right inside the bush, you will see that there's also Boko Haram, because these people are very tactical in the way they attack our people. The police checkpoint or the military checkpoint will be on the road. Inside the bushes, they have their Boko Haram that abducts people. So you people should discuss with your families as mothers and warn your children to stay away from these people. Because the time we were called Facebook government, online nation, that time has gone. We are now in the action time. This is the time we are here to show whether we can do something or not. I know people attack us from all sides, you know. So we have to really, really caution ourselves so that you'll be alive to see Biafra come. The other reason that you people have to stay away is that these politicians, anywhere they go, they use the military. And especially the Southeast politicians, they are so corrupt that the way they use the military, you know, they are so, they are so daring in their ways. And our people have to know that these people are not going to give up. Recently, Hope Uzodinma has sent his Air Force to bomb Imo. And I saw in a video where he was promising about 40,000 Imolites, the youths, that he will send them to Canada and Europe. You know, these governors, they lie a lot because there is no war in Nigeria. And they're bringing military, militarizing our state, using the military to intimidate people, to subjugate you people, putting fears in you. That's why you should stay away once you see them, because that's what they use now. They are nothing but stooges. The other one is that I saw where this former, was he Pius Anyim? He was, I think there was a conference they were holding, and he was reading out why Biafra should not come. That what happened in 1966 and what is happening now is not the same. And I was wondering, was he talking out of experience or what he read from the history? I don't know where he read that. What happened in 1966? In the north, they were killing the Igbos. You know, our people have to be reminded, because Sardauna of Sokoto made the whole Nigeria before 1960 to hate all the Igbos. So no matter what an Igbo man do or what he does, he will never be in the good book of any Nigerian. It's like we are living at the mercy of every other Nigerian. We have been made second-class citizens in our own country by foreigners who are the Fulanese. They are now the dictators in our own land, where we are indigenous and citizens. So they treat us all the time like aliens. And every other Nigerian takes advantage of that. So during this 1966, they were killing the Igbos. There was a pregnant Igbo woman. That one was the one that really made the Igbos in the military to be outraged. They killed the woman, a pregnant woman, and they opened her womb, brought out the kid, and slaughtered. They still do the same thing up until now. So when Pius Anyim was reading out what he was reading, I was surprised at him. Because no governor in the north will come out and be talking about Boko Haram. Nobody, they don't castigate Boko Haram or terrorists in the north. It's only the southeastern stooges, political stooges and political cowards. In fact, I think things that are happening now in the Southeast is worse than what happened before the war. It's worse Because if Ojukwu and his group of military men then are still alive now, in fact, that Nigeria will not contain everybody. Because then it was only that sort of killing, brutal murder of our people. And that was why Bruce Mayrock, protested to that level. He was reading this out, saying, oh, that during in 1967, the incident then was worse or is not the same as now. Therefore, those agitating for Biafra should go and rest. There will be nothing like Biafra. I was so surprised. All these people being sent to judgment are mothers that had them. They were all born by women. So women should protect their children by speaking to them, talking to them, giving them all these cautionary words, how to avoid, even especially the hawkers. They should stay away from any checkpoint. Because I know that what happens is that when the checkpoint is there, they will be stopping all cars because they are extorting money from our people. They extort money from our people. So when they stop these buses, the hawkers will go around the buses to sell. So they should stay away from those areas because mothers, they have lost a lot of their children. All these people dying were born by mothers. And sometimes I wonder how those mothers, how they sleep. Because for a mother to lose one or two of her children is enough to cause you mental stress. This very man was there, Pius Anyim. He never mentioned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said, oh, you people should stop sitting at home, that it is affecting the business in the Southeast. My goodness, it's affecting the business in the Southeast? When they were sitting at home during COVID time, what happened to those businesses? Even then, the palliative they gave them, they seized it. But now people only sit at home on Mondays. And like Ned Nwoko, the senator, said in one of his videos, that even if you bring Simon back, there is another 100 of Simons that will rise up. He even cited the example of our leader. He said to his fellow colleague in the House of Reps, because he said that they were discussing it. He said to them, when you people brought back Nnamdi Kanu, do you people ever know that somebody like Simon Ekpa will spring up? So mothers, I crave your indulgence. You people should please, mothers should please be at the back of their children. Don't let them stay out very late. And warn them about going close to the military. Because this military, they have serious agenda. They are tools being used by our enemies. And these are Fulanis. Fulanis, now that, Shetima doesn't like the Igbos. So the bombing, I know that they will step up once he comes in. And that is exactly what is happening. Because that was why they bribed those 5 judges. I'm saying it so that our people will be listening and hearing. Sometimes you sit down and mathematically work out what is happening. And you put 2 and 2 together. These people, they have agenda. They want to infiltrate Igbo land to send everybody to IDP camp. So they are using both military and the terrorists both those in uniform and those that are not in mufti. So when you see a checkpoint or a military man, look round, there will be a terrorist around. Also recently, I saw from my PM's Twitter handle that the military people are moving their families from these barracks to the cities. And that should be sending a very important message to everyone. They have an agenda. So when you are fighting with somebody, as they are strategizing, you too will be, taking your own position so that you will have a soft landing. You cannot be in the boxing ring and you will be looking at the crowd. When you are in the boxing ring, you know that your enemy is just ready to fight you, your opponent. So you'll be smartening up and position yourself how to give them uppercut and get them down. Because if you don't get them down, they will get you down. We really, really, really have to be careful the way we go near these military people or military checkpoints. Everybody has been calling us online nation. We are now speaking the language of a nation. So everybody should be very careful. They should be very careful. This is a very precarious moment in this struggle. It is. It is. And, most of the things I would have said had been said by my colleagues. Obedience is better than sacrifice. When they tell you people, do this, just follow the instruction. You will not go wrong. We have a prime minister that is so young, very vibrant, very smart, very intelligent. He doesn't sleep. All his body is agitation, agitation. And that was the new dimension that Mazi told us about. He said that we should listen to Simon, that he is bringing a new dimension to this awareness we are making. So I always read comments where people were saying, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's prophecy has come to pass. So his prophecy that Simon is bringing a new dimension, it is also true. Among all his prophecies, this is one of them. Therefore, you people should listen to him. Simon does not sleep over this agitation. And we are all doing our best to give him the push and the support. Thank you so much. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Biafra, we held it. Biafran Republic, peace, unity, progress, and equity. Thank you, Mada. Thank you so much. When you are in the boxing ring, you don't look at the people that are watching you, not the spectators, but rather you prepare your fist to feed on the face of your opponent inside the ring. That's a good one. So we give the mic to Arinze Chukwu. Arinze Chukwu, welcome to the studio. I don't know if you've been with us from the very beginning, but in our course of discussion now, we are on the point of educating Biafrans on the need for them to stay away from anything checkpoint, anything barrack, anything police station, anything secretariat, anything civil defense unit, anything government house, 1 kilometer or 2 away from that place. educate Biafrans in some minutes for them to know the importance of staying away from those places so that they don't get themselves endangered. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, my Minister of Information. Thank you very much, all the ministers from the Biafra Republic government in exile, all the media outs here, all protocols observed. I greet you all and I respect you so much. My name remains Mazi Echukwu, and I'm so sorry for coming late to this very meeting. Without wasting much of the time, it's very, very much important for our people to understand the face of the level of the agitation that we are in now. I always say that the era we are in now is fighting for revenge. And anyone who is into for revenge, the pains that he feel enemy is ×2 of what the enemy might have done to the person. What Biafra is fighting for now is for survival. Just like as our Prime Minister always said, we are not here for political correctness. We are not here for anything, whatever religion you may believe in. What we are fighting for now is for survival. Every Biafrans, everybody living in every Biafran territory should adhere to the instructions from the Biafran government in exile, staying away from the police checkpoints is to save life and also to let people understand that things are no longer the way it used to be. The Nigerian army, the Nigerian police, all these people that Nigerian government have used, indigenous people of Biafra, when we have nothing, when only our crime was only to carry flag and play cards, word that Biafra need referendum. These people were killing us without mercy. So many people today are widows. Our mothers today are widows as a result of what the military did to their man. Only that they are protesting in the street of Aba. They were protesting in the street of Onitsha. They were protesting in the street of Enugu. They were protesting in the street of Port Harcourt. They were protesting in the street of Imo State. They were protesting in the street of Calabar. The military came and they made these people widows without any apology. If you go in some families in Biafra land today, you will see that these families, sometimes you will not see any child anymore as a result of the person have been killed by Nigerian army or Nigerian police. The fight we are fighting for now is to give justice to those people that died for Biafra restoration. And Biafra can never be restored if we do not have justice and equity for everyone. Biafrans should stay away from police checkpoints, from any Nigerian government institution, any political gathering. Just like what happened in Imo State. And our PM said, leave these people just for a reason. And I saw so many people that was gathered there because of they might have been deceived. For what must you be very close to Hopus or Denmark to even? Is Imo State in Europe? What is the business between and Europe? And people shouting. My message is very clear. Hold your children. Do not allow them any political rally. Do not allow them to go close to any checkpoints if you are hawking, because Biafra Liberation Army is to protect our people and not to kill our people. But we cannot take because of your stubbornness when we are looking for one criminal that have killed millions of Biafrans. Then because you are hawking, and we will not take the person we want because of you. It is very, very important that we also continue to use this in every of our broadcasting, from our Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram handles, to tell our people to stay away from Nigerian military checkpoints, because there is need for cleanup. These people have killed us enough. It is time to pay back. Nobody today is talking about the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They gathered in Imo State only to discuss about how to end IPOB sit at home. If you watch the tactics of these wicked Igbo leaders, they don't care about you, they don't care about anybody, they only care about whatever they think is a hindrance to what they benefit for their own selfish interest. Why do they want Mazi Simon Ekpa? Why do they want to stop sit at home? Why do they want to stop every freedom fighter fighting on daily basis to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released? It's because they don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. They don't want Biafra to be restored. They want you to remain slave in their hands. And we said enough is enough. If it will take our feet, we have decided and dedicated ourselves to offer that, to make sure that my little brother will enjoy tomorrow, to make sure that my little daughter will enjoy tomorrow. So it's very, very important that Biafrans understand that freedom is never taken, and to correct is never given. Freedom is being taken. For an impious anim to come out openly and tell the world that the way Ojukwu fought for Biafra is not the way we are fighting it today. It is to tell you that those people are nothing but slaves to the enemies. How do you want us to fight the way Ojukwu fights? Did Ojukwu stop fighting? Did you people end the Nigerian Biafra war? What was the conclusion of that very war? They said it is no victor, no vanquish, which means the war continues. And this time around, the war that is coming to them is something they have never seen before. The reason why we are telling our people to stay away from these people is just to save their life, because we do not come and go empty-handed. We come and we take what we have come for. I don't want to waste much of our time, but my strength lies on these very wicked politicians that never believed in us. The more they keep doubting us, is the more strength we get. The more they keep, calling us riffraffs and online freedom fighters, is the more strength and energy I get to keep pushing. Because if I'm not getting it right, nobody will be talking about me. But because they know we are hitting them hard and we are getting it right, that is why we are giving them sleepless nights. And I'm urging every IPOB, every genuine freedom fighter, not like the DOS, who are quitting at the time of war. They are resigning. Had it been these people were the people we trusted to follow, what could have happened to us today? But glory be to God Almighty. Let them continue to fall while we continue to fly high. Let the enemies continue to cry while we continue to make progress. Thank you very much, my brother. Keep on keeping on. and Biafra at last.
Thank you. Well articulated submission. Biafrans have got talent. Thank you so much, Mwachineke. You know, the Efulefu cliques did not gather in Imo State to see how they can stop the invasion of Iyamufu. They did not gather there to see how they can stop the invasion of Iyala, Olu, Umutanze, Oli, Okigwe, Obibo, or the massacre in Emene. They did not gather to ask a question. What is actually wrong? Or why can't we bring Martin Nnamdi Kanu out? Just like you said, they gathered to reenact another way of showing their supremacy, so that the memorandum of understanding they had signed with One Nigeria, which has to do with making sure Biafra is destroyed, Biafra does not rise up, anything that speaks Biafra, quench. Let us remind the other one that just died, the former President General of Ohanezendibo. He told Hopeless Sodima, if IPOB does not allow you to breathe in Imo State, deal with them mercilessly. It wasn't up to a week. Hopeless Sodima went and brought Meetiala and said they are coming to partner with them, with the security operatives in Imo State. And then they went on to massacre Biafrans. Today, we are not telling you how they are massacring Biafrans. Today, we are telling you how we are retaliating and revenging the dead of Biafrans. When you see dead bodies of Biafrans that their hands were tied to the back and then dumped in the bushes and acid were poured on them, just because they spoke the truth and they spoke freedom, you will understand the rage in us. That is why the debt that we owe to those that have been massacred, and those that they poured acid on them, and those that they burnt their houses, and those that they raped, those that they burnt in their sleeps, those that slept and could not wake up to see the next day, the debt we owe to all of them outweighs the debt that we owe to those of us that are alive. We are not fighting mainly because we are alive. We are fighting because of the rage that springs up in us because of the people that have been massacred. When we remember the over 8 million that were massacred in 66 to 70s, when we remember the 1945 genocide, when we remember the Asaba massacre of our women who protested because our men were controlled by the warrant governors and colonial masters. Their hands were tied. The same thing that is happening today. The same way that you see that someone like Iwanyang, someone like Hanyimpayo, someone like Dan Olasi, someone like, what's the other one? The other oldest man that has white hair all over his head. That one that said that... that one that said that Fulani has talent, and the talent of Fulani man is what they need in Biafra land, so that they can join this talent of massacre, they can join the talent of raping, they can join the talent of destruction of lives and property, invasion of lands, desolation, and then turning your ancestral lands into IDP camps. Those are the kind of talent that Okwadike said he wants to see embedded in Biafra land, that he wants to extract those talents from Fulani terrorists so that he can now put them into Biafra land. Then he will now go and sit back to watch and enjoy, because they watch on TV what happens. They don't go to the scene of events. They don't go to the epic center to see the carnage, the damages, the destruction of lives and properties that they have done. They sit down on TV to watch, just like Bishop Oyedepo said. Bishop Oyedepo said, do you know that the same people that partake in the campaign of PDP are the same people that partake in the campaign of APC? Do you know that when it is time, they will go and pay the same people to come and do the rally, come and do the mobilization and the campaign from one party to another? It is the same people. And he concluded by saying, he said, I watch them on TV. And then what he said at the end of the day is that go and choose your next leader. He said he watched them on TV, and then he is admonishing them, the congregation, to still go and follow the foolishness, to go and choose the next person that will lead them to their early graves. Did you understand what I pick up from what I said? He said he watched them from TV. He does not go to the campaign ground.
Sorry. And him and his whole family watched from TV.
God bless you. God bless you. Him and his entire family, they sit down on TV to watch how they lure you to your early graves, and then they sit down there. Then they advise you in the congregation, go and cast your votes. But their families sit down on TV to watch how you will head to your next hell. Your tithe and offering is now used to furnish their house, and they live. They have electricity 24/7. Their children will be using the latest iPhone, the latest Apple watches, the latest Rolex watches. They will go in armored cars and tanks. They will have aircraft. Pastors are having aircraft. Tell me which religious leader in the Bible, in the time of Eli, in the time of Samuel, in the time of Elijah, in the time of Moses, that were having private jets or were having the biggest boat or ship of that time, if they were to use it for evangelism. When God sent Noah to go to Nineveh to go and preach, Noah did not have his own boat or ship. Noah had to be used by God to be haulaged in a natural ship created by God, which is the ship of a shark. God migrated him from one port to another in a natural ship because of his stubbornness. But religious leaders of today, they have mansions, they have everything. So it is very, very appalling when we see elders that are supposed to speak to the protection of their children, they are the ones digging their grave. Why? Because they want to remain relevant in one Nigerian government till eternity. Fulani terrorists were protecting the interests of their own during elections of 2023. They canvassed and they told you openly on international TV that the Fulani Muslim ticket means jihad, and that it is very, very important for them to do it. That they need 2 Muslims to sit down in the presidency. That what 2 Muslims will do will befit what an infidel with 1 Muslim will be able to do. So they need 2 Muslims to be there. And today they achieved it. After then, El-Rufai came and was mocking all of you, that all of you Christians are the most foolish people on earth, that you came begging them to put you in power, and you thought that they can leave their Muslim agenda of jihad and then come and vote for you as a Christian non-entity. Today, you are still licking your wounds. And Biafra is before you, and you are telling us that what Ojukwu did was not okay. What we are doing is not okay. What another person will come to do in the next generation will not be okay, because you never agreed with Ojukwu. How can you now agree with us? But you will always use Ojukwu as a case study with your hatred in your mind. People like you were the people that drew Ojukwu backward while he was going front. The same way you told Ojukwu you were not doing it right, the same way you've been telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you never and you are not doing it right. Now you have PM, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Agone Chamber one of Biafra land. That one now has tabled a strategy, and all of you are confused. We will burn all of you out of Biafra land. And it is a promise. Because you people have born our women and children and raped and destroyed everything. That is why none of you will go scot-free. The same way you born women and children, all your houses will go down in the same momentum. Go and mark it. Idwakanono is ongoing, and you cannot escape it. For as long as Biafra is concerned, all of you will go down before Biafra comes. If you don't want to be in that very book, you now retrace your step. Come back and let us see if we can reconsider you and have everything. We thank all Biafran people and all our panelists who have spoken. But before we go, we have one message to clarify. Because every foolish thing on the planet and in Biafra land are trying to make use of the achievement of the Biafran Republic government in exile to gain relevance. So people will wake up from their sleep, and then they will start coming up with videos of any kind to create propaganda and to shrink the strength and the popularity and the togetherness and the achievements that the BRGIE have achieved and has set a pace. So we want to pass this message to all of you. Yeah, we see you. We want to pass this message to all of you that you should understand that we do not disturb you in fighting for Biafra in anywhere. You can do whatever you want to do, just like DOS have been working with One Nigeria. You can continue to work with One Nigeria. We saw a video of Ikenga today or yesterday. He came out and said he's ready to declare himself that he's now fully working for One Nigeria terrorists, because he had declared it before that he is going to enlist all our names. He enlisted all our names now and gave it to Soludo, that we are the people doing fundraising, funding terrorism in Biafra land. And up to now, Soludo has not been able to pick all of us, neither one of us. So now he has officially come out to say, I resign, I want to put my hand out of IPOB so that I can work officially for One Nigerian government. He did say he's going to be pointing hands to all of us, telling them that we are the ones going after the Fulani terrorist army and police who have been killing our women and children and burning our houses. He said he doesn't give any damn about what the army are doing to our women and children. So he is in pari passu with them. He imbibes in everything that they do. But when we go for reprisal, he is against it. So he is so confident and okay in South Africa while your women and children are massacred. So today he said he is officially going to work with One Nigeria. And they can continue. It's not our business. So Mazi Ugo, please bring this video to the screen. Let us pass a message. I have projected the screen.
Akọrọ Biafra Prime Minister Excellency Kalisa Magbu ya na-ahazi ha niile n'anya ịfụ na Biafra headquarter na ha achọrọ itinye na another ship for big event. Achọrọ itinye for another ship for big event. Because big event is coming up soon. Thank you very much. Ihe na-esonyekwere m, share this video ka o ruo everyone ntị ka ama na ihe ndị anyị na-eme n'ala Biafra na-aga n'anya atago. Share this video. Okay, viral. Thank you. Activities of Biafra government in Biafra land. Oh, Munwa. I don't got. Can I get time of more? Go soon of ma. So in a lot of massive this in them. Akọrọ Biafra Prime Minister Excellency Kalisa Magbu. Ya na haji ha niile n'anya ịfụ na Biafra headquarter na ha actually itinye na another ship for big event. Actually itinye for another ship for big event. Because big event is coming up soon. Thank you very much. Ihe na-esonyekwere m, share this video ka o ruo everyone ntị ka ama na ihe ndị anyị na-eme n'ala Biafra na-aga n'anya atago. Share this video. Okay, viral. Thank you. Activities of Biafra government in Biafra land. Oh, Munwa.
Sorry, my minister. Please, I don't. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know. Did they reduce the volume? I don't hear you people very well when you talk.
Hold on. I think we are going to replay that video again. Maybe everybody did not get it because of a sound system. Masugo, I'm going to bring it again. Can you hear me now, Wada?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, don't worry.
So what is he talking about?
Okay, that video is the propaganda from another source. Let's bring it again because it good say as we they talk, they show, so that Biafrans will understand us very well. Wait, let's bring it again. And there is part of the video that actually speaks it very well. There's part of the video that speaks it very well. Let it go, so that we get to that point. So, okay, if you look at this video here, This is Beep Myself.
Yes.
Beep Myself. Okay, this is Beep Myself. And Beep Myself, this is Beep Myself.
Big Myself.
Beep Myself. Adabiafra, can you hear me?
Big Masob.
Yeah. Now, Myself or Myself or Beep Myself is the umbrella which Owazurike used to fight his own Biafra.
Okay.
And we have many different groups like that, which Fulani sponsors them and created them to come and become bingos and ekwensu to the liberation of the Biafran people. Now, what they are trying to portray in this video is to start creating the impression that Biafran Republic government in exile is the one doing this madness here, which we have not launched our Biafran de facto government in the homeland. So, by the time people will now be distracted to this nonsense, when the real message is coming from BRGIE, they will not even know when the real message is coming. So our message today to Biafrans is that they should disregard this moron. You know, one Nigeria is resharing money and giving people slots at this very time. Those that they gave contract before, they are renewing their contract because they have understood the tempo which the Biafran government in exile have attended, and they understand where we are going. They have understood that we have made Biafra land to be unsafe for any enablers of the Fulanis in Biafra land. And we are not mincing words and we are not looking face because we are in liberation mode. So they will pay and bring out every bingos from wherever they are for them to concoct anything and showcase anything in the name of rummaging or rubbishing or impersonating the name and the good works of Biafran Republic government in exile with the headquarters in Baltimore, USA. So we want Biafrans to understand that this should be disregarded. This is not your government. The only legitimate government in exile you have is Biafran Republic government in exile with headquarters in Baltimore, USA, which was commissioned few days ago by your prime minister, the Agune Chamber 1 of Biafra land, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the universal peace ambassador of the world. Anything other than that, disregard. Disregard this video and do not allow them to use it to make a caricature of what we are doing, because we are not deviated. We are focused on the ball. So I leave the mic for my ministers in the House to dwell on it with one or two minutes while the message passes on. We need to also remind ourselves that tomorrow is the mega fundraising, general mega fundraising to all Biafrans. So come and pay your tithe and offering. This is the best place to pay your tithe and offering, where we use your tithe and offering judiciously to buy guns and weapons to protect our land by expunging the terrorists in Biafra land. Our own tithe and offering is that as we collect the tithe and offering, it is show. We they protect Biafra land, we they defend. Terrorists, they cry. They pack their loads, they go, they say, hey, Biafran Liberation Army are dealing with us. And we will continue to deal with them until Biafra is restored. UK wrote a memo and said that our tides of events of the Biafran armed struggle is likely to go to late October. We are telling UK that we are not going to stop in late October. We are going till on Biafra is restored. We are not stopping in late October. So if they are living in that imaginary realm or in that mirage that we have come to act to the scene, that we will be on the stage for beginning of September, then we stop in late October. They are dreaming. This is not 1967. This is 2023. And we are not doing it the way we have been doing it for years, expecting a different result. No, this time we are doing something different because we must get a different result. The earlier they understand it, the better for them, because the delegitimization of their entities in Biafra land has begun, and it has come to stay until Biafra is restored. Mazi Ugo, you have the mic, and thereafter you pass it to Mazi Chuks. Thereafter you pass it to Ada Biafra as we wrap it up. Thank you.
Okay, Ndewo Mazi. Well, we know them. These people.
Please, in the course of our submission, you may just spotlight those non-entities there, that non-entity video, so that Biafrans will be seeing it as we are speaking. They will understand what we mean. I will mute the volume, but the video will be going around and people will understand, because many people may have seen this video, but they don't understand. I see some people even giving congratulations to this video online without knowing that this is not BRGIE of Baltimore. Thank you, Machineke.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So Biafrans, I want us to understand, say, these people, they are not going to stop at anything in blackmailing us. You see, another thing we go understand here, we say, this thing now might lead to some innocent people massacre. This is what you see they do here now. And when it happened, they go say Simon Ekpa and his boys. And anything like our minister said now, anything you see them do, people are happy. They are just creating this food, doing this and now. I don't believe he did this with green screen, just showing you there as if he was there. He was not there. He just went and looked for old video, and he's pretending to be one of the people that were there when the video was taken. This is waiting that they do to cause problem, to make you hope you don't. Listen, like our Prime Minister said, they will all run away, and they must all run away, whether they like it, whether they don't like it. We know they stop at anything. They are not part of us, and they can never be part of us. So if you see anything, look. I never even see the video. I never see them before. So if you see anything before you comment, try and look. Try and look. Look and look. Look very well, because they are always doing what they are good at, and that is distraction. Biafra government in exile is not going to do anything that will attract the attention of the wicked people that are already massacring people. Make we go there, continue their cry again. No. The men, and another thing I must chip in, they are not, nobody is recruiting anybody anywhere. Biafra no they recruit anybody anywhere. No recruitment of any kind, of any form. Don't fill any form. When they come and approach you, say, fill this form, is for Biafra recruitment, is for the people that will be selected in army, is that don't fill any form. Tell them you are not interested. And when they call you to sign up for Nigeria Army, you know what in our PM talk now, no need of me telling you. They go carry you as they carry the other one go. So, Biafrans, I submit here. Thank you so much, and bye for now.
Master Chooks, you have the mic. Unmute yourself.
Thank you so much for that very submission. You did a very wonderful job there. And my fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you are watching us from, you see, the reason why we spend our time talking of this kind of things is because some people are just daft and they don't want to listen. Anything you did not see in the platform of the Prime Minister or the platform of the media warriors of Biafra Program Exile, it doesn't exist. When I saw this video, by me looking at it once, I know it is from the enemies. The reason why somebody will see this kind of a video, you begin to congratulate it, is because you are not paying attention. You are not following up. If you are following up, you will know that this kind of a thing can never come from the Prime Minister. And if there's something like this, the very first place you are going to see the video will be on the Twitter handle of our Prime Minister. And I would advise every Biafran, anytime you hear a rumor, either recruitment or this kind of useless videos, first of all, spend your time. You know, some of us are so lazy, we cannot even make use of our phone when we need to make use of it. Just spend that time, go to Twitter and scroll down on the platform of Prime Minister and see if you're going to see that information there. If you don't see it there, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Nobody in his right senses will be projecting this kind of a thing. Even if we have this kind of a project, it cannot be projected in such a way at this particular point in time. And this is where everybody watching us has to be playing their own role as part of the media. There was a time our Prime Minister told us that we have to engage in radical evangelism until Biafra comes. This is one of the reasons, because there are some people in Biafra land that don't have the opportunity to come to social media to listen to us. Some of those who are not getting the information, they are the people that will be deceived with this kind of information. But I don't think there is somebody who is paying attention to all the messages of our Prime Minister and to the media of Biafra, and yet you believe this kind of nonsense. It does not exist anywhere. This kind of thing does not exist anywhere. Last time we had the rumor of recruitment, where they are circulating papers, filling form about recruitment. And Prime Minister has said it several times that if there will be any recruitment anywhere, either ESN, either Biafra Liberation Army, or any or de facto government in the homeland, he himself will be the first person to announce it. It will be announced. So why would anybody be believing these clowns who come around to deceive themselves? What we have to know is that distraction will not stop. All this blackmail will not stop. These are people who has been blackmailing all throughout their life. Even when we have graduated from being an organization to a government, they don't understand it. They think we are still in the area of blackmailing. That is why if you see some of the media, go to their media, those who are supporting them in their media, both the Department of Saboteurs, they are still basing their message on blackmail and propaganda. Even when we have left that angle long time ago, today we are focusing on sensitizing Biafran people and focusing on the real thing, which is the restoration of Biafra. Biafra is no longer an organization. We are today speaking as a government. Diplomatic moves are going on everywhere. And how can anybody believe this when you see that the person who is leading us today knows the road? Master Simon Ekpa have come out several times to spell out the strategies on how to get Biafra. Initially, the question has always been, what is your strategy? What is your roadmap? But in this era of our Prime Minister, you don't need to ask him his roadmap. He is spelling it out almost in every of his message. Every broadcast, he will spell it out. In the last one, he has explained it, how this Biafra will be achieved. The three phases of Biafra. The armed struggle, the diplomatic means, and the political means. And every one of them is going. How can somebody wake up from the blues? People you don't know come from nowhere without any plan, without they begin to unveil their so-called, I don't know what they call it, headquarter or whatever. Very, very laughable. But, and as my brother said when he was speaking, the pain I'm feeling here now is that many people will lose their life because of this nonsense. This nonsense you see this boy doing now is going to endanger so many people's life. And this is what they have always done. When they have committed that crime, they will now begin to shift the blame on someone else. But I urge every Biafran that is watching this program, please and please, any information you did not hear from the platform of Biafra Republic of Exile, when you see such video, first of all, verify the source of the video. If that video is not coming from the media of Biafra Republic of Exile, or you didn't see it on the platform of our Prime Minister, go and open a Twitter account. You go there, scroll down, you didn't see it. Disregard it, it doesn't exist. Such information doesn't exist. Do not take it serious, don't take it to heart. Ignore it completely. We are in a serious time. We are no longer in a time of playing. or blackmailing or propaganda. We have, when IPOB was working as an organization, then propaganda can work for you. But at this period we are in now, we are speaking as a government, and it's a real business. We're in a situation where our prime minister has to face other communities, face other countries, face fellow prime ministers to explain things. A lot of diplomatic engagement is going on. Last time you saw the chief of staff in South Korea making a move for Biafra. How can anybody begin to make something like a blackmail, something they cannot defend at this particular point in time? The earlier we begin to understand that we have crossed this stage, the better for every one of us. Whatever you did not see on the right platform, disregard it. Don't pay attention to it. The only thing you should concentrate your life in today is ask yourself a question. What are you going to do to support the Biafra Republic government in exile? What are you going to do to support our Prime Minister to see that Biafra comes in 2023 as already planned and pursued? The person that is leading us today, our Prime Minister, from the very first day he joined this very struggle, he drew his plan. And that is why I will follow him, love him, and defend every single thing he said. It's not like people who say agitation. You agitate for 10 years, 20 years with no roadmap. From the very first time he joined, he said, I cannot fight for this freedom for 5 years with nothing to show. And today you can see something showing. He came and he began to tell you that I know when Biafra will come. Some of them took it as a joke. They were playing around it. He drew a target from this time to this time. This is what I'm going to achieve. From this time to this time, this is what I'm going to achieve. And every blessed day in his broadcast, he has mentioned it. I am pursuing it. You will see him working towards those things he's saying. Why wouldn't you support the Biafra Republic government in exile? That should be your own concern now. How are you going to contribute to see that every plan is in place and working? What contribution are you going to make to see that this very success made so far is sustained? We must sustain this progress we have made. There is nothing like, let us pause, tomorrow we continue. It cannot happen in this era. That is why you must have to wake up and begin to ask yourself a question. How are you going to increase your contribution to make sure we sustain the success that has been made so far? The coming of Biafra in 2023 is very, very visible and possible. But ask yourself, what is your contribution? If every one of us as a Biafran can answer that question genuinely from the bottom of our heart, our problem will be 80% solved. If every one of us can genuinely ask ourselves, what is my contribution to make sure that in 2023, this progress we have made so far will be sustained and we are going to achieve that target? If you ask yourself that question, what is your contribution? If you realize within yourself, telling yourself the truth, and you see that you are not doing enough or you have not started doing anything, it is high time you wake up. Tomorrow is fundraising. Be there. Don't even wait until the day of fundraising. The website is there for you to follow the website and make your contribution, not only on the fundraising. That is the most important aspect you have to concentrate and focus your mind on. Not on irrelevant things, on irrelevant videos flying right, left, and center. Do you think that the blackmail will stop? They will not stop. You will not stop saying this kind of nonsense until we get to Biafra. That is why every Biafra must pay attention to the right direction. Already, you know whom to listen to. The Biafra Republic Government and SDI Media. You know them. Every Monday, every Friday, you see us online. Every one of us here comes online on daily basis on a various platform. You follow along. You have to follow our Prime Minister on his own platform. He is tweeting, giving information every minute of the day. Every minute, informations are coming. So many of us here, the informations we have, we don't need to call him privately to get it. All you need to do is to follow up instructions from the Twitter, and you will be updated, very, very updated. If you are following instructions, you can't be pushed away with this kind of nonsense flying right, left, and center. But when you have failed to do your own part in this evangelism, Everybody matters. It is not only those of us who are here that have that responsibility. You that is on the comment section, it is your own duty. Even the program we are doing, you can put it in audio and share to people in Biafra land who are not getting information. Convert it to audio and share to them. The radical evangelism, everybody is involved, not only the media. Without you, we can't do much because the social media is not helping us. The social media, they are even attacking our platforms. Go to our platforms, the kind of viewers you get. Somebody, you have thousands of followers in your platform, but when you come online, you hardly see 20 people watching you. It is not ordinary. They are suppressing and oppressing all our channels. Without your own support, by sharing, liking, and sending informations, it will not go far. Please, I urge every Biafran that is watching, there is only one source and only one command in the restoration of Biafra today. And that command is coming from Biafra Republic Government in Exile, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Samanepa. That is the only place you can get your word. That is the only direction. That's where we get our instructions. Any other thing short of that is not from us. Do not waste your time in it. If you are looking for a fertile ground to sow your seed to the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and your situation will never be the same again. Thank you so much, my brother. You can go on, Ada Biafra.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. My fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, I thank you people for, always coming. And my special thanks goes also again to those in Biafra land who always sit at home. I can tell you that your sit at home is shaking and moving mountains. That's why everyone is talking about it. When you are in a classroom and they give you comprehension, you have to have a guideline on how to work out whether it is mathematics or that comprehension. And I will say that if I were to say anything or give a tip about that, because some people do say, oh, it is this agitation that is causing all this unrest in the Southeast. You all should know that all these countries we are rushing to, America, Britain, Australia, Belgium, even Iran, they fought like us. They fought for their freedom. For instance, Charles de Gaulle was in Britain giving orders when when France was under siege by the Germans during the time of Hitler. There was already government in exile at that time, and it was very functional. And the government in exile is a very legal entity. Nobody can contest it or challenge its powers. So that should be one of your guidelines. The second one is that I would like my people to remember that if anybody has any blame for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you people should realize that this unrest started when Jonathan was the head of state. When they say that he's an Igbo man, they don't want him to rule, they will make his government ungovernable. And they introduced Boko Haram. And Boko Haram now controls the whole of Northeast. It is their own state. They are fighting for something. That's why they have Muslim ticket. They fought very hard to maintain this very, their own agitation. They won their own state. And it's clearly obvious to every other Nigerian that the Odudu ones are also fighting to get their Yoruba nation. So we are not doing anything wrong. And Mazi, you know, to couple everything he was doing, he set up ESN to protect you people. And they brought Onyendu back. Okay, now, since Onyendu was brought back, everybody will ask, has the insecurity in Nigeria stopped? And the answer is no. So all these governors that are blaming IPOB, blaming Biafrans, when their counterparts in the north don't even talk about Boko Haram or the activities over there. Boko Haram is all over Nigeria. They infiltrated all the bushes. So nobody will blame Biafrans for asking to leave. We were not treated well. That was what Effiong told Gowon immediately after the war. Since they said there's no victor, no vanquish, if you don't treat these people well, their children will rise up again. And this is the time. So you all should know and remember that the Nigerian government is using Igbo man to destroy Igbo man. And who are they using? The governors, their deputies, those working with them. The criminality, they say, the IPOBs or ESN is forming in the southeast. We are not their problems. They are rather our problems. Hope Uzodinma was the first person to bring military bombs, aircraft to come and bomb our people. They did it. Thirdly, you people should ask yourself another pertinent question. Why is it that the government of Nigeria or Ndibo is not asking for any member of the DOS to be returned? They are asking for Simon, our prime minister, because he is the only moving train. And that goes to show that no matter where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is today, he produced something in Simon. He raised a man that can stand the test of time, because this period is very, very precarious. And he is the one, you know, making sure that the center will hold. So my people, I will finally give you people this word. During the war, Mr. Oko condemned. He will use this word, I quote, Ndị Biafra, unu alarụ n'ụra, onye ndị lo gbaa gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile. So my people, sleep well, be strong, don't be weak in mind. Before our leader was rudely abducted, he told us about mental toughness. I think this is the time. That mental toughness, we have to apply it very strictly. Otherwise, you know, most of you that are weak should wake up. We have almost gotten there. Biafra is here. It's just a little while. God bless you all. And thank you, my colleagues. Thank you for having me around. Please, my minister, I would like to talk to you when we finish. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Not right now, but You can message me later because I have another engagement as soon as I leave here now. So, we wish to appreciate dear friends from all over they've listened from. We salute you all. We are so happy that we've come this far.
Maze, two people
Yeah.
just enter here at least. If
Hey,
you can
wait, I know
give
even see
them
the move. Hey,
circulate.
Professor, arrange it. I beg, make una no kill me. I throw away salute for now. Make una take 3 minutes before we round up. The first, go first.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, and Vam Ministers, Ministers, Mazuko, Chief Survival, everyone, our Wanda. Good evening from here. Good afternoon. Good morning from wherever you're watching from, guys. Sorry I joined late, but we're here, and I want to say shout out to BIAFRANS, everybody that is, the government, everybody that's been working assiduously to make sure that this water, because we are hearing a lot of water, a lot of water, and we love it. That is what we like to see. We like to see it, and we love it. I cannot wait to see what tomorrow holds, because you see this Biafra, we are going to get it by all means, by any means necessary. It doesn't matter what we have to sacrifice. Today we saw our brothers in Lagos receiving their own water. I mean, water is from all angles. Our brothers and sisters in Lagos, they were receiving water, and we are loving it. These are people that betrayed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, choose a new Messiah, uh, abandon Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to die in DSS junction. Today they are receiving their own water. This breakfast, everybody is gonna get it. But one thing I assure Biafrans is victory is around the corner, and we are winning. We are winning on all fronts. The zoo can testify what they are undergoing, what they are going through in the hands of the Biafra Liberation Army, all the armed forces that are fighting for the restoration of Biafra. The video of this guy, it actually, I don't know what is going on. I don't want to know what they have going on there. But one thing I assure them is that if you stand in the way of Biafra, you will be crushed, and crushed you will be. And there is no two ways about it. Thank you, Muchineke. Onye ndị iro gbara okilikili na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile. Thank you.
Ndewo, win. Are you all of us we're supposed to give us mouth since you are just coming in very late? The first, before we go, you did not use your 3 minutes. Is it that you don't want to talk? No, just say something.
I thought I used it. I know you guys are shutting down. That's why
we are actually shutting down. Okay, let us go to Win before our minister comes back. Win. Win, are you sure you are not tapping network from the first? Because if you are doing that, it will not work.
He's not even on the screen. Maybe he's having network issue.
Okay, wait, I'm not even. Sorry, it's my fault. I did not bring him up. Win.
Okay, can you hear me?
Okay. Thank God for you. You did not tap his network.
Good evening, my honorable ministers. I greet each and every one of you. First of all, I want to say a very big thank you to your work. It's not easy. Engaging Biafrans. I must be honest with you. Biafrans are the most difficult people on this face of earth. Very stubborn people, I tell you. Honestly, if not, just take a look at what is happening in Imo State. It's a typical example that we have a long way to go, and we are getting there. I just want to say a very big thank you to you, my Minister Ugo, Pastor Vam, Oga Sonny, and Chooks, Ada, I greet each and every one of you. It's only Chukwukikabia Amada will strengthen you and I reward you for now. You know, we look up to you and also to, you know, whatever is coming from our Prime Minister, because it's the only way we can get this done once and for all. Enugu is hot. As I talk to you now, Enugu is very hot. Woto everywhere. As I speak to you this evening, I got an intel that there is another woto, you know, in Enugu. Pastor Vam, I greet you. I greet you, sir. It's been a while, my brother.
Are we still live? I want to put for this thing, no. I don't talk put finish.
We are live, we are live.
Okay.
We are live.
Mike.
Somebody is talking.
Okay. So I say a very big thank you to each and every one of you, and God bless you. That's all I can say for now. Thank you.
We are almost shutting down before you came in. So if you want to say anything, just say it, because we are going. You might never have the opportunity of saying anything again.
Yes. I don't know. This is I don't know how many people are online here. I just want to also commend you guys for the job well done concerning, you know, lifting the bans of some of our media personnel who has disobeyed our rules and regulations, you know. So at the end of the day, they were banned from coming to near us, but the ban was lifted through your help. You know, thank you so much for that. That's what we call a real working government, because without real, you know, working government, that's how we'll be, you know, messing up without anybody saying anything, or, you know, giving us, should I say, some kind of punishment when we go wrong. You know, it's well commendable, and I say thank you for that. God bless you. That's all I can say for now. Thank you.
You're welcome. The first, we wanted to say something before we move on to Mike.
Yeah. It's I don't know if you guys already saw it. The EU came out and said that you know, Hope Uzodimma said he's sending 4,000 people to Imolite to and EU came out and said that there was no such thing, that it never happened. So I don't know if you guys
hold on. EU said there was nothing like that.
EU came out and said that plan was never made. Nobody discussed it.
This one not, you know that song. EU kept quiet, America kept
Wait,
quiet.
EU kept quiet.
This one, EU not come keep quiet.
I beg, it depends. I want to see the news. I beg, I need it.
It's on Twitter. Hold on, I'll try to send it to you. EU said no. EU said no, they didn't discuss anything.
You people have forgotten that Hope used to be a 419.
Yeah.
So, and again, he wants to come back as the governor. That was his campaign. You know, he was campaigning with lies, and Canada, he said his Canada business and the EU community. Which one is EU community?
EU community.
4,000 people to EU.
Hey.
Mazugo, I beg, make I tell them. I don't know whether I don't talk them before. Please, whoever is building that Biafra house that they are building, I know you guys must have said a lot because I was in another meeting, very important meeting. But those who are building that house, please tell them, make sure you build it Biafra standard. Biafra standard. And make sure they don't build it on a sewage road. Because, you know, everything that they build on the sewage will be brought down. So let them continue to build it, because I've never seen where They are hunting IPOB and buying them everywhere. They are hunting ESN, hunting people with Biafra flag. But near they are also called government house in Owerri. They are building Biafra house, and there is no helicopter bombing it down. There is no bomb landing there. There is no army men running them down.
Mazaraf, this is an old video of I think 90s during Rafo Wazuike.
Okay, it's a very old
Yeah,
video.
they are just doing propaganda with the video. Criminals.
Okay. And I'm sure it's Nigerian government that are using it to confuse their head, thinking that they can confuse us. Okay. Thank you for correcting me. I thought it's a current video. Okay, we'll move.
Go on now. Are you done?
No, since it is an old video, their propaganda is already dead on arrival. So we have record of it, and we know it's an old video. So let them just continue to fool themselves. And even Biafra House is not. We are not even talking about building Biafra House yet, because we are going to have plan for Biafra. Everything. Let somebody refer them to our housing department and see the structural, movement we are going to have. It's not this kind of Achikote Ekwonu building we're going to have in Biafra. So Biafra House will be Biafra House, not Achikote Ekwonu.
Okay. The first, do you wanted to say something about the Canadian visa and the European Schengen community arrangement? Is he gone? The first is there.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm trying to find that report again of that because he was on Twitter.
No. You must not bring it here. Just tell BIAFRANS now, so that because now they are listening from every other of our platforms, so that they will hear.
Absolutely.
Just give them the briefing.
Absolutely.
Updates.
By now, if you haven't gotten your things ready for the convention, I don't know what you're waiting for, honestly. We had one person that was in the zoo. That wanted to. He said he wants to come to the convention, but he doesn't have passport. So I don't know. I don't know. I'll be saying this, but you have to have a passport first. And if you're in the zoo and you want to come to the convention, talk to your local Finnish embassy. It should have been done, and by now you should already have your passport. And then call your local Finnish embassy and see what options that they have for you. For those that are in America, you don't need visa. For those that are in Europe, you don't need visa. You have your passport. Get your things ready. And I know that the government have lifted the $150, and now you can just register, get your credentials verified, and you will be there. We need to go there and make our prime minister proud, make our government proud, show them that we are not social media country like they claim. Show them that we are Biafrans and we are all over the place. We are legion, and we must do that. If that day, it ends up looking not the way we want it to look, who do you think that they're going to laugh at? They can never laugh at us. That's why we must do everything and anything possible. If you haven't, don't be like myself. Me, I always procrastinate. I wait till the last minute to do things, which is not good. You need to do it now. You do it now. It's less than 1 month. You need to get your air ticket. You need to get your make sure that your hotel is in order. Your transportation is in order. Everything is in order, especially especially if you haven't been to Finland before. Make sure you get your things ready so that we can go there and show them that Biafrans, we are everywhere, and there is absolutely nothing they can do about it. Biafra is here, and after the convention, watch and see what will happen. And if you're lucky and you're one of those that make it to the convention, there's going to be a lot of things. It is something that has never happened in the history of Biafra struggle. First ever. That is history in the making. and you must be part of it. You must be part of it and make our government proud. Thank you, guys. Please, Biafrans, do your due diligence, do the needful, register, call your representative in whatever country that you have. We have representatives all over the place. We have admins all over the place. Call them, get whatever information that you need to make sure that you attend the convention. Thank you.
Sorry.
As you go,
okay, you are here. Okay, you have the mic back.
We have to bring it down because it's over 3 hours. We salute all their friends and we salute all our ministers in the house that made this a successful one. We appreciate you all, and let's keep the fire burning because Biafra is more than what the Fulanis understand. And Britain, in this our own age, will come to terms and understanding that what Philip Effiong told them has come to play. If you refuse to treat the children of Biafra that you have massacred their mothers and sisters, their aunts, their uncles, and their relations well, they will rise up again. And this time that they will rise up, they will hunt you down. They will hunt down all your generations. And that is what we have come to do. And we are going to do it to the finishing line. No backing down. Appreciate all Biafrans. And from us from here, we say, Dewo Omuchineke. Thank you all.
Biafra Republic. Peace, unity, progress, and equity. What we do is spiritual.
Oh,